Secondly, drop in GDP growth or bad monsoon can significantly affect consumption patterns, which will lead to decline in advertisement revenues. Finally, smartphone penetration and internet connectivity are leading to popularization of digital media. And one more thing, so DB Corp might go for inorganic growth in future, which and if it's not able to realize the synergies, this could lead to a significant downside risk. So we also did a Monte Carlo analysis to find out the sensitivity of our calculations, and we found out a significant upside potential of 95% compared to a very, very limited downside potential. So finally, to summarize whatever we have discussed till now, we recommend a buy with a final target price of 305.05, which is coming from three main factors which we have discussed till now, which translates into a holding period return of 21.12%. Thank you.
What is your assessment or benchmarking of governance and management quality for this company in absolute as well as relative to competition?
We used the OECD metric to find out the corporate governance evaluation, and our evaluation comes out to be somewhere around 8.4 on a scale of 10, and we see this to be much better than what we see for the competitors.
So what are the parameters you have looked at for corporate governance?
Okay, so we'll just take 5 seconds to discuss. So the parameters we looked at were the shareholding pattern, the kind of rights shareholders have, and we can't really recall the other parameters we looked at.
So let's forget the 8.4 number, but in general, if you were to look at a company's governance, right, forget OECD metrics, what are some of the parameters that you will look at?
So we look at the shareholding pattern. So this company has a 75% holding by the promoters, which is also due to a regulation which came in that they cannot have more than 75% regulation. Then we looked at the kind of rights different shareholders have in the company. Then thirdly, we looked at what is the role institutional investors play in the company.
And independent director.
Independent director, how many independent directors does the company have?
And whether the chairman is independent or not.
And in addition to that, the management is pretty talented in the sense that they have won awards in terms of running the company pretty well in terms of the Honest and Young Entrepreneurs Awards. And in addition, there have not really been many legal cases in that regard which have created a blot on the company's name.
Any thoughts on related party transactions?
Are you referring to the the kind of equity that these guys take in companies?
No, I'm talking of dealings of this listed
with
other group companies.
So there is this particular feud that is being going on with one of his brothers, Sanjay Agarwal, in terms of using the particular title across areas. So Sanjay holds the feud title, the title of DB in UP, whereas the corporation owns it across other states. Sanjay actually filed a suit against them when the Bihar edition was launched, but the case never did go further because the court ruling was that the corporation, when it has the title, it can use it outside UP. So we don't think that it is actually a concern in this regard.
And do you think the listed companies supporting any other businesses of the group, such as power or real estate?
I am really sorry, we are not sure of that.
So how did you set the risk premium? In your case, you have taken US equity and then country risk. What about company-specific risk? How did you go about adding that risk premium to your risk-free data? What parameters did you take?
So we have considered a diversified investor, and that is why we have ignored the company specific risks here, and we have done all the evaluation from the perspective of a diversified investor, and that is why we only taken the country risk premium and risk-free rate, country risk premium over the risk-free rate.
If you are an investor, you would not worry about the company-specific risk. If you were to put your money into this stock, you have added a risk premium. Do you think that is enough, or you will not consider some of the risks which you generally mentioned about corporate governance, etc.? Yes or no?
So we would definitely worry about those risks, but I think so a lot of it gets captured in the beta that we calculate. So how is the stock varying with respect to the market? But yeah, as for the risk premium, we haven't really considered other factors.
Secondly, on your valuation, the terminal growth rate is it -1% you have taken? Like,
Yes.
So what's the DCF period you took, and when does the terminal growth rate start?
So from fiscal year 14 to fiscal year 18, we have the high growth period, that is the explicit, we have modeled explicit cash flows. Then from fiscal year 19 to 28, we have the transition period. And from 28 onwards, we have the terminal period.
So in the terminal period, you are assuming a 1% degrowth.
Yes.
This, I mean, for the industry itself, -3% is expected, but we are expecting -1% because of the reason we highlighted about the digital, the transition to digital, which we believe this company is better poised to handle, and that we believe would reduce the degrowth during the terminal phase, -3% to -1%.
So this terminal growth rate, degrowth, is on the revenues you are looking at, or what is? I didn't understand your terminal growth rate. So let's say it goes digital. Do you mean to say that it will not grow after 2028?
What we mean by that is, if you see the US industry landscape also as to how the print media revenues have actually gone down, whereas the online media revenues have gone up. So that is where we are saying that in a long-term kind of an horizon, we see that happening in the Indian landscape also. And that is where we kind of see that the online kind of growth that is there, Dainik Bhaskar is actually much more better poised to take that opportunity and perform well as compared to the other peers because of the reasons that we have suggested, it having a great online platform already.
Right. So considering that the terminal growth rate is negative, which means that for the near term actually you have taken much higher growth rates. And what about the? Can you just tell what is the growth rate you have assumed for the initial phase, as well as what are the margins you have assumed?
Yeah, so we'll just refer to one of the appendices.
I think there is no need to dig into. You can just.
So for the transition period, it's around 8%, 8 to 9%, and for the explicit period, in the transition period, oh yeah, and for the
High growth period is about 20%.
yeah, for high growth period is about 20%. The explicit period for the 5 years.
Have you actually seen the newspaper, read that? What strengths do you think are there in the newspaper? Why do you think newspaper will be read by the people?
Sorry, we didn't get your question.
Have you actually read the newspaper or seen the newspaper? And what kind of people read? And how do you judge your revenue assumptions?
Sure. So one of the main things as has been portrayed in our story also is that the rural kind of, the tier 2 and the tier 3 cities are where TV actually has a very strong grip on. So that particular medium of communication is not really the advanced kind of a user that you see in an urban city. So they are more interested in, let's say, political news, a spicy Bollywood news, or maybe something that will really catch their attention, cricket for instance. So if you're not really looking at a user base which is really as advanced or as literate as an urban reader. So there we kind of see that this, because of DB's aggressive expansion into moving into tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where they're actually giving a lot of competition to HT and DB, HT and Jagran Prakash. So we see that this particular growth, that particular untapped market with the additional MNREGA schemes that we have talked about, wherein
Have you actually seen the newspaper and seen its strength?
yeah.
The online
What is
Yeah, the online editions, and also we saw Divya Bhaskar, which is the daily. Also.
Have you spoken to any advertisers?
Sorry, no, we haven't done that.
What could go wrong to your assumption, in terms of stock price or company performance? What are something you worry about?
newsprint cost.
So one of the important assumptions I think we had in our model was the transition period growth rate. Because as we saw that 45% of the value of the company comes from the transition period. So the value of the growth rate that we assume there plays a very, very important role. And if that goes wrong, that can significantly affect the share price here.